Hey you guys, so I have acquired a new spirit communication device. It's called the DeadCom 2. It has these 6 great modes, so I like to take things beyond just the spirit word banks, and so I think this device is going to be fun. First we have the Oracle. The Oracle mode, I think, scans and senses the environment and like temperature shifts, different electrical or electricity phenomenons, and it generates keywords in terms of like environmental, I guess, energies or aspects. It has this little unit function where you can kind of control the speech, the noise it makes. You can have it in like a normal generation mode, meaning the sensors work normally, or you can have them in like a slower or faster mode. So live sensor readings basically is what the Oracle mode is here. So I guess this could be something that you would just leave out, like if you were doing a pop-it cast or a root work cast and you were looking for environmental feedback from any transient spirit, any ancestral spirit, any deital influence. This would be a great sort of like I think it's actually almost the same as our traditional spirit word banks, like the Hexcom. So here I was running it for a little bit just to see. So I'm exiting out of here and I'm going to go into sentence mode. Again, it's using sensors to scan the environment. All of these kind of frequency shifts that these devices are known to kind of, there's like almost like a word association with different frequencies. And so that is what these devices scan for, is those associations. So for the sentence mode, it gives you like a verb, a noun, a place. It has names. So that's kind of like what that looks like. We're going to exit out of here. Let's take a look at Sketch. I like this. It's almost like a static TV screen. This might be a little bit more complex if you're doing spirit communication, or if you're looking to do transient feed-ins with your castings. So my Sketch is kind of drawing out these words. It looks like clock and fear. You know, that's funny though, because I was talking about how fleeting time is, and time is the only currency that really matters, and once it's gone, and before you know it, one day you're 15 and then you're 48 and you're like, what the fuck? So it's funny, I was talking about that. All right, so here in the Sketch mode, like I said, I'll have to play around with this and try to understand what the correlations are, but it seems to do a lot of almost like just biofeedback markers. So there could be word associations or emotional associations, spiritual associations with this. But again, this is a new device for me, so I'm going to have to figure out what those correlations are. I'm just sharing it with you guys today, since it will be something I'll be incorporating when I do castings for you or divinations for you in some of our live Zooms, our live dream tending. I'll probably be using this device along with the Hexcom. Okay, so next we have my favorite is the Ouija mode. There's just something about an old school Ouija board. This is a digital Ouija board. I absolutely love it. And, this would be really neat if we were doing like a hen or a stag party. I have done bachelorette parties. I do erotic tarot or erotic spell casting. This might be a nice way to implement some additional activities. But here it is generating some letters. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to play with it if I actually have to touch it to get it for the sensors to activate, or if it doesn't look like it. I guess it just does it once there's been a trigger with the EMF or temperature or whatever the sensors are picking up with that transient spiritual activity. So far we have the letter P. I must have sleepy spirits around me today. You know what? I'm ready for a nap too, honestly. All right, we got the letter U, P-U. It doesn't stink in here, I swear. Let's see. Let's go back. Oh, it's P-U-L, pull. I did pull my wagon today and hurt my shoulder. All right, question mode. You actually push the ask a question button. You ask your question and then it responds, it answers. You have yes, no, maybe, and an indecisive. That's of Spirit. Spirit doesn't always have the answer, you guys. So I like that they included that as an answer. But Okay, so yes, great. I asked a very simple question. That's good news. And then the last mode is Kipper mode. This is like almost like a fortune telling mode. There are keywords associated. Again, think of your question, ask your question, and you're going to get a reveal. So work. Actually, I do need to get my ass back to work. So that makes sense. Let's pull a couple here. What else does Spirit want me to know? Ooh, great fortune. Yeah, Jupiter on the 30th going into Leo, my first house. I am going to have great fortune. Thank you. Conviction. I do have a lot of conviction. I also have a partner who's probably going to be dealing with a different type of conviction soon. Good lady. Well, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I am.